Good afternoon everyone, it's Mike here from the Gadget Addicts with another guide on how to use another new pedal for my guitar. Today we're going to take you through how to use a tremolo pedal. So to start off, we'll just show you the equipment we're going to be using. So as before with my octave pedal video, we'll be using my orange Micro Terra amp. Then as we move across, we've got the makings of a pedal board, which I'm actually going to, once I've decided on the arrangement of pedals, I will show you fully how to make a pedal board. And this will include the tremolo pedal, which I'll go in depth with in a bit. And as before, my very trusty and very lovely Ibanez S in Midnight Blue. So let's get to it. Let's have a look at the tremolo pedal we're going to be using for today's experiment. So the pedal we're using today is this new pedal I've just gotten. It was a present for Christmas. It's the Joyo tremolo pedal. There's not a lot to it actually, which is why I like it. I like my pedals to stay simple. It's got true bypass on it, which is always a good helpful thing. There's no hiss if you kind of just leave it plugged in. And it just has two knobs on it, intensity and rate, and we'll go through what each of those do individually, but basically, whereas other tremolo pedals have kind of extra knobs and extra functions, this one just has the two. So the intensity allows you to adjust how much intensity there is on the effect. You can kind of almost take it as an effect volume, so it's how much of the volume is into the effects chain going into the next effect. And the other one, the rate, is simply how fast the pulse sound is. Obviously, if you've never used a tremolo pedal, what it does is it gives you a pulse. It's almost like an automatic gate effect. So you can control kind of how fast that effect runs. It's a really simple pedal and it's really effective, and I like it a lot. We're going to combine it with a few other effects, so we'll be trying it with my vintage phase pedal, which is just next to it. We will try it with the delay pedal. It's a bit dark there, as you can see, but I'm doing this in the evening, so there's not a lot of natural light. And for distortion, because we like distortion, we'll be using the Mars Solo DS, which is there right next to the DS1. So let's get all plugged in and I'll give you some demos of how this sounds. Okay, so we're all set up now, so we've got the distortion on, so see that? So there's no effect there, no tremolo effect, so I've got it on a high intensity with a low rate, just to show you what happens with it. So this particular one, there's a nice little function that I like here. When you turn it on, it actually pulses to let you know what the rate is. So as you can see, so if I just turn the volume on, just hit a nice big D chord here. See the kind of effect that it's having there. It's pulsing in and out. So this is where we can kind of make some really fruity noises. I mean, if we just whack everything up to full there, so high intensity, high rate, you can see there it's kind of bubble away there. Which is a great little effect if you've got an application for it. If we slow the rate down slightly, you can hear the kind of the hiss from the distortion going there. You get the Green Day effect that they used for the effect that Green Day rather used for Boulevard of Broken Dreams. So that was a tremolo. So yeah, so I've got these two knobs. You can kind of play around with them a bit. I quite like having a really subtle sound, because if you kind of reduce the intensity down to about here and the rate to here, in fact maybe the intensity there, you can't really hear it under the distortion. It just makes it sound a bit fuller. Or if we, there's a train going past. We slow down the rate even further, so it's barely a pulse, and we increase the intensity slightly. It gives you a great sound for a kind of like an end of song ring out, but it doesn't affect your ability to riff, so you can still get it without the tremolo impeding on it. This is the way that kind of Joe Bonamassa uses tremolo pedals. He has kind of intensity low, rate a little bit higher, and he can just, you know, get a nice good bluesy riff going with it. And it makes it sound fuller. So if I kind of play a similar thing without the pedal on, and then stick it back on there. Bucket that up. But either way, you can hear that it sounds a lot fuller. So what happens then when we play with this with different effects? Well, we're going to put the intensity up and the rate up a little bit so we get a kind of pulsing sound. So we get a... Actually, we'll change to the DS1 for the distortion as well. So let's try it now with the phaser. So we'll put the phaser on a slow sweep and see what it does. Now come on, that sounds cool. So we're going to drop the rate slightly on that and see how it sounds now. Don't know if you ever wanted to be in Black Sabbath, but you really could with one of these pedals. Okay, so let's now play around with the delay. In case you're wondering, yes, these are all actually made by the same people. So the delay and the vintage phase are Rocktronics, the tremolo is Joyo, but they're all identical pedals. They're all really cheap, but really well made. I love them. So let's try it. So with the delay and the tremolo. So that sounds pretty cool. So we'll try increasing the rate on that one, and we're going to just change the delay slightly, so we're going to have a few more repeats and see how this goes. So that was just single notes being played there, but it sounds really cool, really ethereal, really spooky. So let's just go the whole hog, and we'll stick the chorus on as well, and the vintage phase, and we'll just see what kind of messy... In fact, oh hell, we'll do the super octave at the same time from the last video, and we'll see what kind of messy noise we can make out of this. I like a messy noise, I don't know about you. Oh, that's so evil. So as you can see, it's really easy to fit a tremolo effect into your soundboard. All you kind of need is a bit of distortion and a few other effects around it, and it sounds just really, really, really cool. So, like I said, the way I like to use it, we drop the intensity down, and we drop the rate down, and I like it just as a bit of a nice background effect. Just to help that last ring out as the sounds kind of fade out at the end of a song. So this is my guide on how to use a tremolo pedal. Keep it simple. Find some. You can make some really cool noises with it. I like to be dead simple. But once again, thank you for watching, and please do subscribe to my videos. There'll be more guitar one played. I'm going to turn this whole thing into a full pedal board soon, once I've decided on a definite order for all of them and got the right patch cables. So keep an eye out for that, and also keep an eye out for some reviews and some more gaming videos. But for now, thank you and good night.